Wake up in the morning and you're already stressed and overthinking about the things you're going to do today or just life in general. You constantly daydream or imagine the worst situation possible to the max. And it's like the earliest part of the day. You haven't even prepared yet for the day. The day hasn't even gone through yet. You overthink about the texts your friends sent you, or they left you on red or something, and you're just out of your mind. And then you overthink about the way those old friends and those bullies in high school used to judge you and perceive you, and your mind is just all over the place. This was me 2 years ago. Back when I was 240 pounds and I was the fat kid in high school, I was drenched in sweat every day that I would wake up in bed. And he did not want to get out of bed or never go to school because he would just sit there in bed and overthink about all the things that were going to happen at school, all the teachers that were going to call him out for not turning in his work, all the people that were going to bully him in class. And he spent the whole day just overthinking, his friends not leaving him a message or, leaving him on red because he was just complaining and venting about his problems too much of the time, that sometimes people didn't even want to help that fat kid out anymore. Sometimes that fat kid at night couldn't even sleep because he had so much overthinking in his head about life and how he didn't value anything or had no enjoyment for anything. Like, he would just overthink about what people said about him in class, the name calling, the threats, like they wanted to fight him, and he couldn't sleep over stuff like that. So when I was losing weight and I started going to the gym, I learned ways to cope with my overthinking and actually implemented, these things to help solve my problem of constantly overthinking it and just being more present in life. The first point is it comes from self-image. If you don't view yourself as someone confident or someone that is worthy of attention, worthy of love, worthy of these good qualities, you're going to view yourself as a low person, which is going to make you overthink and dwell on yourself even more. You overthink about all your bad qualities, about all your insecurities. But then when you start developing a self-image for yourself, going out, working out, bettering yourself through meditation, self-improvement, then you start to build up a better self-image around yourself. And then you think, hey, maybe I'm not as bad as on this, but I can do a little better here. You gotta have a higher standard for yourself. You are important. You're great the way you are. You gotta tell yourself that. I know it's corny and cringy at times, but like really affirming yourself does really help with that. It does. You always feel like the worst is just going to happen because your self-image is just so low that like you don't know where you're going to go next in life at times. The second point is identify what happened, close it off. They left you on scene, 30 minutes delivered. They haven't opened your message in like a few days and they're online and you're just starting to overthink your head. What did I do to this person? What did I do? Do they hate me? Do they love me? And you just overthink again and again and again, my guy. Those certain text messages like cause that anxiety and worry. That's the fact. Identify the fact and stop. It's not the end of the world. This person could be busy doing something else. You never know what this person can be actually going through or doing or thinking or doing at the moment. They could just be busy. Or even if they don't like you, then who cares? You got more people supporting you, my guy. You got better friends than that. Yeah, if they don't got time for you, you don't got time for them. We can't be the judge of them so much, right? And this is just the greatest example I can think of this. Why do we worry about the things that we don't have control over? Because humans are creatures that, want attention and connection with others. And we thrive for that connection. If they text back, say, oh, I was busy, whatever. Whatever, man. It's those destructive thought patterns that are just going to destroy you in the future. So next time someone leaves you unseen or deliver, there's always a reason behind it. Don't overthink it. Just continue on with your life. Don't worry about the things that you can't control. Stay busy and don't get distracted. The more distracted you are through social media, through consuming content, through looking at memes, through watching the news, the more you're actually going to overthink. All that endless scrolling is just going to build more and more worry about you because you're seeing stuff online that's worrying you. You're seeing stuff that is like literally identifying and changing your self-image and changing yourself. It's literally changing self when you see content that relates with you. Sometimes when we're busy, right? We're busy doing things. We're likely not going to overthink because we're doing a task that we enjoy, and hey, our mind's on this right now. Our mind shouldn't be in any place else because it doesn't really need to be there right now. It doesn't really need to think about what someone said about me 10 years ago or someone that left me on red on a text message. It doesn't matter. It's just distracting you from what you have to do in the now. Back when I was starting to do my workouts, I always thought people were looking at me and judging me, and I would overthink about it. I was literally overthinking in an environment where I was there to improve myself, not to overthink and worsen my mental health. No. And one day I came to the realization that people are probably looking at me because, well, I'm new to the gym. I'm trying to lose weight. They probably never seen me before. Maybe they're looking at me because I'm doing, the tricep push downs wrong. I was going to say dips, but tricep dips, whatever. It's not much to worry about. Even if someone approaches you, nothing's bad going to happen. They're just going to tell you what you can do better. Don't overthink about that. It's just someone trying to help you and be genuine, bro, and authentic. And over time in the gym, for example, you become more and more present because, you focus and dial in on the workouts. There is no point of overthinking or, holding these judgments inside of your heart, bro. Like, it comes to a point where it just lets go and you focus on the present and the now. And you get that pump in, you hit that PR, it's all good. There's always going to be something out there that will get you in that present state. And once you're in that present state, it's like you're free from that overthinking. Like the overthinking doesn't exist anymore because you've already validated the fact and you saw it through your consciousness. You're like, oh, okay, it's there. Whatever. And sometimes I still overthink to this day. I still overthink a lot. I overthink yesterday because I'm graduating school. I overthinked about that because it's not really something that I want to do. And sometimes I really overthink and worry about conflict or people ghosting me. I worry about that conflict because I want to keep those relationships normal and healthy. And sometimes it gets me in a spiral where I'm just overanalyzing things instead of just letting things happen and flow through life. But in fact, they still love me. And you got to tell that to yourself. You're still worthy of love. You're still worthy of everything, bro. You deserve it. Just keep grinding, keep working hard. And when you have those thoughts, when you're in that spiral in your head, running around in a circle of fire, just tell yourself, snap out of it and think, what can I do in the now that will help limit that? What are the facts that, point to that this overthinking really shouldn't be necessary? Got it, man. You got it.